As a first time mom, I couldn't wait to get the baby out. But after I got the baby out, I was wishing that the baby stayed a little longer. Why? The sleepless nights. They were terrible. When my mom was around, she's a nurse, so she was around for like a month. During that period, I didn't really feel the sleepless night because once the baby starts crying, she just wake up and carry the baby. Me, I'll be sleeping. But immediately she left, I was practically awake every time. And I'm this kind of person that I don't even sleep during the day, and the baby sleeps during the day. So even if I try to sleep during the day, I can't. I'll just look for something to do. So I don't sleep during the day. Then at night, when the baby is crying, I have to still be awake. Even if my husband tries to carry the baby and tells me to sleep for where, as long as the baby is awake, I just can't sleep. I just complain to people. They tell me, sleep when the baby is sleeping during the day. But I'm not just that kind of person. And my husband really tried a lot. He tried carrying the baby at night, but even as far as the baby is awake, I cannot sleep. Even till now, I'm still like that. If my baby is awake, I can't sleep. So even if somebody else is carrying the baby, except my mom, I don't know why I just felt relaxed sometimes when my mom was carrying the baby. I just felt she's a mom. So, but if my husband, I always want to look. If I hear one, I say, "What is happening?" And all those kind of things. So that was one of my challenges. Another one was the breast sores. Of course, I knew intense lectures about breast positioning and all that. I knew the theory very well, but now the practical, the first week was terrible. I was breastfeeding with pain. I had sores here and there. In fact, I even went to one very expensive pharmacy and got one very expensive cream to rub on the thing. When I now called them, they told me that it's Vaseline. As simple as Vaseline is okay to help heal the sores, and then rest the breast. When I had the sores, I had to rest one breast after another. That is like I was now using one breast to breastfeed and now allowed the other one to heal. And then while trying to help myself with the positioning thing again, if the baby doesn't latch on well, I remove the breast and put it again. All those, I kept trying until both the baby and I got used to it. But the first week was terrible because I was breastfeeding and crying. It was terrible, and I had to breastfeed. And my mom was saying, "You have to do exclusive breastfeeding." No, she's a nurse, so she was like, "Do exclusive." Otherwise, I was tempted to give the baby breast milk substitute. The other thing was episiotomy. Oh Lord, the episiotomy sky. The episiotomy was terrible. At first, the pain. They placed me on 50 milligram diclofenac BD for where I increased my own to 100 milligram BD because the pain. Jesus. But when I had an episiotomy, if I used toilet paper or even wipes to clean, I felt something was biting me. So I had to be practically doing sit baths every time I enter the toilet. So the sit bath I usually prescribe maybe twice a day. But my own, each time I enter the toilet, I now had to develop a pressure bottle for myself. That is something that had contents of sit bath, salt, water, and all that, and I will press it on my private part so that thing could just flush that place of every urine, whatever. And it gave me a lot of relief. So each time I use a toilet, instead of just using toilet paper, I flush my private part with water, sit baths, like what I usually sit on, and all that. And it was so wonderful because it relieved me a lot. So it looks like the leftover urine there makes it really, really painful. And within a week or so of doing that, the episiotomy healed really, really fast. That's one thing I noticed. I discovered that for myself. First time mom needs a lot of support. When my mom left, something wonderful happened. I was alone. I hadn't gotten any help there. So my husband came back from work one day and saw me very tired because I was just with the baby. And I was just tired. And him too, he was tired. He was like, "Okay, let him carry the child and let me rest a little." So as he carried the child, he sat on the couch. Me, I went in to rest, to just lie down. Next thing I heard the baby scream. To my greatest surprise, the baby had fallen from his hands, has been slipped and hit her head. She was just 2 months old on the third floor. Then it was around 6-7 p.m. I was thinking, should I rush to the hospital? But just looking at the baby, but as a doctor, I just calmed down. And then I was watching to see if there's any sign of raised intracranial pressure. Monitored her. I just gave prophylactic PCM. just for pain and all that. And then, but she turned out fine, and that's one of the testimonies we had. And I remember when I rushed out, my husband was like, "Don't worry, she just slipped off my leg. She fell through my leg, and all that." It was like 1 year later, when she had developed, she started walking and everything. And I decided to give testimony in a fellowship meeting. I said, that he wants to thank God that when this child was just 2 months old, the dad really fell down and hit her head on this thing, that he just said it mildly so that my wife doesn't scream and faint and all that. So first time moms need help and support as much as possible from trusted hands, experienced moms. And then even when my mom left, even as a nurse, she kept calling and all that. So it's important that you have capable hands around. Don't think you can do it all alone as a first time mom. And then experience, you learn on the job. That's the truth. If you're not sure of something, especially if you're not, for me, that's even a medical person, I knew I had to still learn, not talk of somebody that doesn't have any medical knowledge of anything. Because I'm a medical person, that's why I could, my baby hit her head on the floor, and then I could stay back and say, okay, let me watch and observe. But a normal person should actually rush to the hospital immediately, yes. So because you can't observe the child yourself. So that's basically all I have to say. Thank you very much.
Oh boy. The challenges pregnant women face, especially first-time mothers, words. I don't think there are enough words that can actually talk about it in this universe. And if you're a pregnant woman out there, this is your first pregnancy and you're anxious about what to expect, you can check out my video on the newly pregnant amid coronavirus pandemic. And while no two pregnancies are the same, and we cannot categorically tell you that, okay, this is what you're going to expect during your pregnancy, these are the challenges that you may face. One thing that I know that is universally acceptable is that you should always get a support system made up of trusted family members and friends. Like, don't even underestimate that. If you can, get a great support system. And to all the mothers out there, please, if you faced any challenge during your first pregnancy or even during your second pregnancy, I would love for you to share it with us in the comment section. So till I come your way, same time next week Friday, I remain your anchor, Dr. OBeLs. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you same time next week Friday.